This is week 12 assignment, and here I have my test demo class, testdemo.java class, and first here I have my first method, add positive, taking two ints, and if both ints are positive, it will return the sum of those. If they aren't, we have an else, and that will throw an illegal argument exception with the message both parameters must be positive. Here I have my second method. One I created myself. I did an is prime to check if the numbers are prime. And if it is true, then it will, if the number is prime, it will return true. If it is false, then it will return otherwise. And then here I am doing a iterating 2 from the square root of the number, checking for divisibility by each number, and if the number is divisible by any number other than 1 in itself, it'll return false, otherwise true. And then lastly, I have my getRandom method. This is going to generate a random integer between 1 and 10 using the random class from the Java util package. We'll generate a random integer between 0 and 10. The +1 is ensuring that the results between 1 and 10. And then the calling the getRandomInt method is to obtain a random integer between 1 and 10 that is inclusive, and then it squares the random integer here and returns the result. And then I go over to my test case, and here I have my first test case, a parameterized test, and that is going to assert that two positive numbers are added correctly with 3 ints, an expected, and then a Boolean exception. And then that if the exception is false, that will assert that the addition is correct. And then if the exception is true, an illegal argument exception will be given. And then here I have my arguments for the test data for the parameterized tests, returning the stream of with my different arguments here. And then I also have my assert the pairs of positive numbers are added correctly, my additional test logic for the pairs of positive numbers. And then here I have my second test method, and this is going to test if my numbers are prime. I have my different ones here, test for prime number, assert true, test.demo dot is prime 7, 7 should be prime, so on and so forth. And then my last here is my test to assert that number square is correct. And then here I created a spy of the test demo class. This is created to partially mock the object, allowing control the behavior of the specific methods here. And then I did the mock to get the random int method to always return 5. When the getRandomInt is called on the mock demo, it will return 5 regardless of the actual implementation. And then I called the method under the test random number squared. Since getRandomInt has been mocked to return 5, the behavior of the random number squared will be influenced by this mock. And then lastly, we did the assert that 5 squared is equal to 25, checking that 5 squared is 25. And here I will test my JUnit, and it is showing that it is running correctly. And here I am showing the assert 2 positive numbers are added correctly. My int Boolean, and that shows here my different test numbers. And then I have assert that number squared is correct, test is prime, and assert that pairs of positive numbers are added correctly. And that is my week 12 project.